Hi guys, welcome to another audio video, and now we're reading 2 Kings 12 of the King James Version Bible, and it reads, In the 7th year of Jehu, Jehoash began to reign, and 40 years reigned he in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Zibiah of Beersheba. And Jehoash did that which was right in the sight of the Lord all his days, wherein Jehoiada the priest instructed him. But the high places were not taken away. The people still sacrificed and burned incense in the high places. And Jehoash said to the priests, All the money of the dedicated things that is brought into the house of the Lord, even the money of every one that passeth the account, the money that every man is set at, and all the money that cometh into any man's heart to bring into the house of the Lord, let the priests take it to them, every man of his acquaintance, and let them repair the breaches of the house, wheresoever any breach shall be found. And it was so that in the 23rd year of King Jehoash, the priests had not repaired the breaches of the house. Then King Jehoash called for Jehoiada the priest and the other priests, and said unto them, Why repair ye not the breaches of the house? Now therefore receive no more money of your acquaintance, but deliver it for the breaches of the house. And the priests consented to receive no more money of the people, neither to repair the breaches of the house. But Jehoiada the priest took a chest, and bored a hole in the lid of it, and set it beside the altar, on the right side, as one cometh into the house of the Lord. And the priests that kept the door put therein all the money that was brought into the house of the Lord. And it was so, when they saw that there was much money in the chest, that the king's scribe and the high priest came up, and they put up in bags, and told the money that was found in the house of the Lord. And they gave the money, being told, into the hands of them that did the work, that had the oversight of the house of the Lord, and they laid it out to the carpenters and builders, and wrought upon the house of the Lord, and to masons and hewers of stone, and to buy timber and hewed stone to repair the breaches of the house of the Lord, and for all that was laid out for the house to repair it. Howbeit there were not made for the house of the Lord bowls of silver, snuffers, basons, trumpets, any vessels of gold or vessels of silver of the money that was brought into the house of the Lord. But they gave that to the workmen, and repaired therewith the house of the Lord. Moreover, they reckoned not with the men, into whose hand they delivered the money to be bestowed on workmen, for they dealt faithfully. The trespass money and sin money was not brought into the house of the Lord, it was the priest. Then Azael, king of Syria, went up and fought against Gath, and took it. And Azael set his face to go up to Jerusalem. And Jehoash, king of Judah, took all the hallowed things that Jehoshaphat and Jehoram and Ahaziah, his fathers, kings of Judah, had dedicated, and his own hallowed things, and all the gold that was found in the treasures of the house of the Lord, and in the king's house, and sent it to Azael, king of Syria, and he went away from Jerusalem. And the rest of the acts of Joash, and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the Kings of Judah? And his servants arose and made a conspiracy, and slew Joash in the house of Millo, which goeth down to Silo. For Jozachar, the son of Shimith, And Jehoshaphat, and Jehoshaphat, the son of Shomer, his servants smote him, and he died. And they buried him with his fathers in the city of David, and Amaziah, his son, reigned in his stead. Alright guys, I don't know if you all realize the pattern, but the pattern is that the king's servants have been killing them. That is the pattern I've realized. And that just goes to show that when you're in a certain office of power, there will always be people trying to kill you and to take away that power from you. You will always have contenders coming to vie for your spot, for that head spot that you have. You'll always have people trying to overtake you. And so you need to always be vigilant in everything that you do, and you need to pray. With prayer and supplication, you can overcome all. And so you need to ensure that you are staying in tune with the will of God and moving according to the will of God. Here we see where basically the house of the Lord is basically in shambles, because there are breaches that need to be fixed, and money was given to fix this, and they did not fix it. So the money has been coming in, but they have not been restoring the house of the Lord. And that speaks poorly to them as followers of Christ. And they still had the high places. And if you realize, the high places have been mentioned a lot. So we know that in the Bible it says that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers of darkness and spiritual wickedness in high places. And we see here high places being referred a lot. I've realized it, but I didn't want to bring it out per se. But I mean, it needs to be pointed out that high places is where they would actually go, the temples of the false gods. And that's where the reference comes from. And guys, I mean, we don't want to be going to the high places, because even though the house of the Lord was there and everything, people were still making sacrifices in the high places to false gods. And within this, I don't want to call it city, within this nation, Israel, God has delivered Israel. God has decided that his name should reside with Israel. He's been so loving, so thoughtful, and so forgiving to them. And it's like each time he forgives them and he rewards them and he uplifts them, they do something to kind of take that favor away from his eyes. The favor that they had within God's eyes, they kind of diminished that favor by their cruel acts that they do, and by the fact that they turn away from the Lord. And we see here that they basically have no riches anymore. They have no riches any longer. That's what we're seeing by the fact that even the house of the Lord don't have, if you realize, it says that they don't have silver, they don't have gold, they don't have anything like that anymore. And before, we remember even when they were in the desert, they had lots of gold and silver and all fine linens and all these things that are of value, not precious things that are of value. And we see here that they do not have such things. And why do they not have these things? Because the favor of the Lord is not with them as it was with them in the past. And this has caused many nations to rise up against them. This has caused nations to come and steal their treasures that the Lord gave them because they turned aside from the Lord and lost the Lord's favor. And so they're basically poor. And so, guys, we need to remember this and take this into account so that we do not fall in the same trap. I'm going to say trap. Why trap? Because it's something that the devil lays out for us. It's his plan. It's a part of his own master plan that he lays out for us, and he gets us to turn aside from the Lord and serve him and to lose the favor of the Lord, because when the favor of the Lord is not with you anymore, anything can come your way and you will not have that, I don't want to say backative because that's Jamaican but you won't have that strong support system, so you fall prey to anything. Okay, so we need to stay in the favor of the Lord. Okay, all right guys, so those are my few words. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification so you're alerted to whenever a new audio video is posted. And guys, please remember to share your thoughts, your comments, and your revelations down below in the comment section. Have yourselves a blessed day and continue to walk in your salvation. And if you've not yet gained it, then seek it. There's no better time to begin than the present. God bless you.